Let's talk games. What's up, geeks and gamers? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. Man, it's been a hell of a week around here, Jay. It's been, and I felt like
it's a week of the life, baby.
We got to get things back to normal and get drunk 3PO on Geeks and Gamers Daily. We got to bring some respectability back around
just
these
a little
parts.
Bit.
So.
Maybe. I don't know if that's the case. Last night was something. I learned new words, and there was sexual stuff being talked about, and I had no idea what they were talking about.
There was a lot going on.
Today's the 40th anniversary of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. My favorite indie movie. It's not the best indie movie. It's just my favorite. So...
40 years. We're getting old. That's
Indiana Jones, man.
We're all getting
this
old.
Was my favorite. This is like my, so just a stupid fun fact. This is like my favorite, one of my, probably my all-time favorite scenes was the bridge scene. You know, the, no, how is he going to get out of this? So this bridge was built in Sri Lanka. And when like I was fortunate enough to go and see this area years ago, man. So the bridge is not there, and you have to look at it from a distance because all that mountainside and stuff is all kind of blocked off. But when I spent some time in Sri Lanka, like I was able, it was pretty cool.
I'm trying to see why Rumble's not working. The fuck, Rumble? Rumble fucking pisses me off, man. Like I just don't understand why they have to make.
I'm talking Indian. Jeremy's upset. Come on,
it pisses me off.
It's
man.
daily.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Rumble right now. It doesn't make any fucking sense why they make shit so difficult. All right, I've got all of that.
While he's doing that, what is your favorite Indiana Jones film? Do you have a favorite one? I think Raiders of the Lost Ark. I almost said Return of the Jedi. Raiders of the Lost Ark is probably a perfect film.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I got it. All right, so we got a lot to talk about, and Ben is in the chat. Why the fuck does Ben think he deserves to show up in the chat of a show of this caliber just because he was on Tuesday Night's Main Event last night? Now Ben seems to think he can show up in our chat, and he's got a wrench. Who gave him a wrench, Jay? You think Krista did that?
Honestly, I don't even know who you're talking about. Ben is such a like common name, you know. There's Bens are everywhere, so I don't know what Ben you're talking about.
Oh, that was the best answer possible. Joshua says Jeremy is mediocre. Damn, like that's the worst insult you can give some. Like if you say like this guy sucks, get him off my screen.
He didn't even want to type mid. He went for the full college word.
Awful.
Mediocre.
Like he went straight for the jugular. Like that is the worst thing you could say to somebody on the internet. Like it's not you showed no real emotion. You're like, he doesn't do anything for me either way. He's just kind of meh. Like, damn.
Yeah.
That's bad. I can respect that. That is bad. He's like, yeah, you know, he's just mediocre. Like, oh my goodness, that was good. But yeah, we had a crazy Tuesday Night's Main Event last night. It was insane to say the least. I
think that's the first time I did fight. It's been a while since I did a 5-hour live stream.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then we did 3 hours before with the I played a game before, and then it was like you sit another 5 hours, but it was hilarious.
It was.
So,
and
ketchup. Every time I see a ketchup bottle, I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah,
so, I'm gonna
have to give up ketchup completely. I'm gonna have to give up ketchup completely after that one.
Exactly.
How did that happen? I have no idea. But hey, look at this, Jay. Have you seen this? Check this out. I love the internet. Have you seen this?
No.
Round 1. Fight. You lose. Perfect.
love it.
That is fantastic, dude.
Internet is
Man, I absolutely love the internet, and I love seeing stuff like that. The music brings me back. So good. Correct. And yes, it has the correct names from Japan. A lot of people in the comments were confused about, they thought, like, that's Balrog, but nope, it's not. But yeah, that was super cool right there. Also, there's this thing this morning, and I got to show you this one, Jay. I don't know if you saw this. This puts everything in perspective right here. Okay, this puts it all into perspective. So this is Dana White in New York City. Oh man, here we go. New York City, Dana White. He caught a FedEx guy loading the truck like this.
Yep.
FedEx. We'll get your shit there, but we'll fuck it up.
I mean, so
He's just throwing him.
he's just chucking. There's my T-shirt right there. He's just chucking it.
You got Dana fucking White recording you.
Just frisbeeing it at this point.
Yeah, that guy's getting fired.
I don't think they are. I don't think they will be. It's in New York. They probably need somebody. I know the sirens in the background. They probably need somebody to work there, because who's paying those rent prices in New York right now? Dear God. And so.
Oh my God.
There you go.
What a disaster.
Man. I was in Philadelphia, and we had the Fan Expo, and there were 3 fights that happened at the con. One of them was a fight in Hayden Christensen's line. Apparently, I didn't see any of them because I was in a different place, and like we were told later, and I was like, man, that's more fights than I realized. And the security that were there go, you're in freaking Philly, man. What do you expect? It's supposed to be like that here. I was like, all right. He's like, we threw freaking snowballs at Santa Claus. What do you expect?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Well, you were walking around. Okay. You were walking around at midnight with gunshots.
Yeah, that was.
Was that actually gunshots?
I don't know, man.
Pull that video up. We got to see that.
I don't know.
Jay's walking around.
Some people are saying it's construction. There was no freaking construction around me,
dude. This was midnight.
Yeah, we're getting close to 1 a.m. on that one.
I
had just finished eating what was I eating? Cheesesteaks.
I can't imagine like living in a big city. I can't imagine it. I could not.
Like New York or something like that?
Yeah, like or Philly or New York or like Orlando's different because Orlando's so spread out. You know what I mean? Like Orlando's not like, obviously Orlando's a huge area. But yeah, this is Jay right here.
It's the middle of the night. I'm in Philly, running around. I don't know where I'm at. What the heck is that? And I wanted to do.
I'm like looking back
here.
I just wanted to see the Rocky statue, and like the person I was with, he was like, "Hey, we gotta go. I was like, "Is everything all right?" He's like, "We just need to go." I was like, "Was that really gunshots?" He goes, "It doesn't matter if it was or wasn't. If we don't want to know, it's like we shouldn't be here." So I was gonna run up the steps. Like I was gonna have him record me like running up the steps. But after that, he's like, "Nah, we just gotta go, man. We gotta go, man." And so I was like, "All right." And then people were like, "I think that's construction." There was no. If it was, it wasn't near me. It was. I don't know who's doing construction at 1 a.m., but maybe. I don't know. Yeah, see, some people are saying it's a nail gun. So maybe it was. I have no idea.
That was but I can say like at that late hour, if there was a nail gun being used, it would probably carry a lot more because there wasn't as much going on in the middle of the night. But the correct answer is You don't want to know.
Yeah,
That's
I
ultimately.
Hayden
correct
saying,
answer is-
"Nah, that was gunshots." So I was like, but because listen, I wanted to go to. I think it's called Kensington, Philadelphia. I wanted to go because YouTubers are out there visiting this little part of town in Philly. That's where all like the zombies live. Like there's like a lot of drug stuff, and people are just walking the streets recording. You know, I just wanted to see it with my own eyes. It's supposed to be like the, is it called Kingston? This is it. How do you pronounce that? I think it's Kingston. Yeah, that's it. And I wanted to go there, but I couldn't get anyone to take me.
Is that Kensington?
Kensington. Yeah. No one would take.
I like how you brought it up, and it was not Kingston, and I'm like, that's not Kingston.
Well, it's early in the morning, but it was like I wanted to go because I wanted to see it. Like I wanted to see it for myself because you know how it is. Like some people, we've learned that the media will record and no, I got it miss. You know, people are correcting me. I got it. I thought it was Kingston, spelled King, but it's
somebody said
Kensington.
And,
yeah, that's it.
Kingston and shit. Kingston
so I was gonna go there, and I couldn't. Like, no one would take me. I asked, like, I put it on like Uber. Like the guy texted me, he's like, "I ain't taking you there." And the next guy was like, "I'm not taking you there if you're going there to buy drugs." I was like, dang. I was like, how far is the walk? And like, no one would take me there. Like,
oh shit!
I didn't think it. I've been to worse places, but I wanted to see it with my own eyes. So
Jay and Ryan, when you guys go on your your cross country tours, you guys need to be like Hall and Nash from back in the day. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, I heard them on a podcast a long time ago, talking about in the early days of the WWF. They would intentionally stay in the shittiest hotels in the area just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And could you imagine like Hall and Nash, like Kevin, Razor Ramon and Diesel, like in the shittiest hotel, and nobody's gonna mess with those guys. You know what I mean?
Well, if I was going to Vegas, like I wanted to go to Circus. I was gonna stay there. Have you seen like apparently that's the worst hotel in all of America. Circus. Like people found glass in their bed and like
crap.
all kinds. It's on the Strip, and I was like, that would make a heck of a video, man.
Is that the one with all the lights on the canopy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've heard horrible stuff about that place.
Yeah,
but it seems busy as hell. Not with the best type.
I know,
maybe interesting clientele, but. You know, I don't think I'd stay there. I don't think I'd stay there.
I would have done it like for a night just for the video. I think it would have been like they filmed. Didn't they film the movie Casino there? So,
yeah,
you know. But I've stayed in some horrible places in my lifetime. So like that stuff doesn't necessarily. I'm just maybe just too stupid to be scared of like my surroundings, but. You know, all over the world. So
Vegas movies and gambling movies in general are fascinating, man. I love them so much. Like Casino's not. I haven't seen Casino in forever. I'd actually like to watch Casino again. Obviously, Hangover is one of the biggest Vegas movies ever. But even like just gambling movies, like what was that one? Rounders. With Ed Norton and Matt Damon. I think Matt Damon's in that one. Phenomenal movie. John Malkovich's in that one, I believe, too. Yeah. Rounders was really good. Love that movie, man. And yeah, just gambling movies in general are just great to watch. Man, we could talk about some good movies.
Dude, this guy went to Kensington, right? This YouTuber. He made an 8-minute video of nothing, of him just walking up and down this one street. Like I could see the background, right? He's just like, well, there's people on the street. He doesn't really say much. He interviews like one person who is like, yeah, it's been bad out here and the government's abandoned us. He walked up to the bus station and back, uploaded the video. It's at like 30 million views.
Really?
So I was like, someone freaking take me there. Jaywalking the planet needs a good injection, man. Like, I'll walk around at night and film it and put it up there. Like, you know. What a way to go. that was the way I was supposed to end. But I was like 30 million views. How much money did he make on 30 million views on an 8-minute video? That's a lot of money. So
that's a lot of money. I saw Alice in Blunderland said She hasn't seen Rounders, but Casino is great. Watch Rounders if you haven't seen it. Watch Rounders.
It's pretty
so
good, yeah.
It's so good. Lost Frame says that dumpy lesbian on the thumbnail scared me. All of us. All
She's
of
scaring
us.
everybody.
Downs Superman says, let's talk fart jokes. Golden Nugget says last night's Tuesday night's main event was very, very special. Yes, it was. Don't you guys have PS5s? Exactly.
That's right.
Let's see. We've got let's see. Pavlo John says, motivated by Az's example, I started eating well and working out, and I've lost 38 pounds and made it to 199 pounds. Hail to the 199. Great show last night, by the way. I was dying. That is awesome to hear.
That's amazing.
That is awesome to hear, man. Happy to hear that. Eating well and working out, man. It's
that's amazing.
It's all you got to do. That is great to hear. Hail to you, sir. Mark of Reality says, so Disney officially, after the lies and BS, still dropped $20 billion. Me thinks Disney may not be long for this world. Probably just hope on my part, but still, get woke, go broke. Yeah, we're going to discuss that a little bit. I'm kind of behind on that. Like I said, I don't pay attention to Disney news, but that was kind of everywhere. So we got a couple of articles we're going to go over.
Park news is very telling.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's I think that's what's driving the stock prices down because he just flat out admitted that it's gonna suck.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Corey says it saddens me to see my grandmother's 30,000 plus shares of Disney are no longer a multi-million-dollar net ask. I wish she sold it at peak in game. It's so wild how big, like, if Disney would have stopped making Marvel movies at Endgame and all Marvel content, and then let's just say this year was the return of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know how much enthusiasm and passion would be there for it.
I agree. I think, we've said this a million times, like Endgame should have closed the book. I would have been okay with a couple standalones, like maybe they got, the Spider-Man one they threw out there. That wasn't really like part of like this long line. It was kind of like a standalone. They opened it, they shut the multiverse, and then they moved on. Maybe like the Deadpool one, and then they kicked off a whole new, like the Fantastic Four line. That's what I was hoping to see, but it's like they just dragged that thing on into Disney Plus. And
do you know what they did to it? You know what they did to it? They NWO'd it.
Yeah.
You know how the NWO was peak wrestling, man? It was the greatest thing ever. And then it just everybody became part of the NWO. And then it became pointless. There was nothing special about it. That's what's happened to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where there's nothing special about it. Literally, you've thrown every fucking character, every actor, all the diversity, all the DEI, and you've diluted it to the point where there's nothing special, there's nothing interesting, and like no one cares.
3 different NWOs walking around. You're like, all right, this is good.
Yes. Yep. That's it. That's exactly what the MCU did. MCU was peak, and now it's irrelevant. No one cares. No one cares. And it's not even just MCU, though. Disney as a brand is... Obviously, Disney is a powerful brand, and it's going to continue to carry a lot of power just on name recognition alone. But the brand itself is damaged significantly right now. And I don't know how they can fix things. I really don't. But we'll get into that here. Peace or Utter Destruction says, Raiders is the best, but Temple of Doom is my fave, too.
Yeah, same.
Predon Corp says, bring on Beardo, call him gay, and then boot him. Now, that would be a good show. Cade Corrad says, Germ, please change your clothes. Why? So, again, I've talked about this many times. I'm the type of guy, if I find something I like, I just buy a lot of it. I think I have like 10 of these hoodies. I think I have 10 of these. That's just what I do. I buy, if I find some clothes that I like, I just buy a shit ton of them and go through the rotation and wash them and go through. Like, that's how I am. I'm not a fashion icon by any means. Okay. Just not.
Did you see this? This chart. Did you guys talk about this?
I
The most-
didn't, but that was. I'm glad you brought that up because I was wanting to talk about that.
The most profitable films in 2023. I think the only is I guess the only help me out here. Like the only two Disney on here is it Taylor Swift? Was that part of Disney or is that Disney
mean,
Plus? So I don't think that.
Well, I don't think that was I think they probably did some distribution on it, but I don't know
Okay.
how much you can tie that to
But then
Disney.
like the only one is Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's the only one that I think you can directly tie to Disney, which is insane.
After all those releases that they had, man, that is.
Yeah, and the whole thing is Mario crushed it. I mean, absolutely crushed it, and
Yeah.
what a huge success that movie was. Nintendo just is on top of the world right now. Obviously, Barbie was a massive runaway hit for the year. Spider-Man did really good. The Into the Spider-Verse movie. So yeah, I mean, Disney's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I'm shocked that Oppenheimer only made 212.
Well, I guess
million.
that's because of its production budget, right?
No, it didn't have that high of a budget. Why would Oppenheimer only make 202 million? That's very strange to me. That does not make sense.
And then
That
look at
doesn't make sense at all.
Five
That's
Nights at Freddy's.
Got to be wrong. That's got to be wrong with Oppenheimer. There ain't no way in hell. No one thought Oppenheimer was going to make nearly $1 billion.
Yeah,
So-
so it had like an 800 million expense account.
Yeah, that
like,
doesn't
is
make
that-
sense at all. That doesn't make sense at all. That's got to be. There's got to be something wrong with that. Because if that's the case, then that means if Oppenheimer would have only made 700 million,
It
then
would've lost
it
money.
would have lost money. That's there's no way in hell. Because I would anticipate they probably expected Oppenheimer to do about 400 to 500 million worldwide.
Yeah.
That's
This
what
is
I
from
would think.
Culture Cave, and I think he got these numbers from Variety. Deadline, excuse me. He got that from Deadline. So these are from Deadline. So
That's a very strange.
it would be interesting to see the breakdowns and how all that, like, where they got that exactly. So
Yeah, but either way, I mean, these are huge. You know, this really shows how in bad a shape Disney's in. They're in very bad shape. They're in very bad shape right now. And Guardians, while was their biggest hit, and I loved the hell out of Guardians 3. I thought it was fantastic. That movie should have done so much more money. But because it's part of the cancerous MCU right now, even that movie suffered. That should have been $1 billion movie, $1.5 billion. Based on how much Guardians is a pretty loved franchise. But no, there ain't nobody watching Disney that you're not tapping into the market outside of the hardcore fans at this point in time. That's just how it is. Linko Kenobi for $200. Jay, $200. Jay,
That ain't
$200. That ain't cheap. What's up, guys? Did my podcast late past midnight. I'm glad you guys had a great time on your channel. I spoke about Microsoft, Disney, and Helldivers. Tomorrow, I'll be seeing The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and making a video review on it. So I hope you guys have a great day. Linko, man, I'm so glad you're out there making content. And those are good topics to hit on. They're very, very algorithm friendly for sure. So that will definitely kind of help. It's going to take time for you to kind of, work through that algorithm. And in terms of Kingdom and the Planet of the Apes, I saw the opening weekend numbers are really good for that movie.
Crazy high.
Looks like it's tracking extremely well, and I love those movies, so I'm really excited to see this next one. But thank you, Linko. Holy crap, $200. Jay, $200. Dom H with
That's a lot.
5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom H. Dom reminded me. When is it, Dom? Is it this Sunday? This Sunday? The anniversary of the when the chat held us hostage here on Daily. I think it's this Sunday. Red Mage says Rounders came out in theaters the year I turned 21 and my favorite movie of all time, and what got me into playing in Vegas poker tournaments. I made it a tradition to watch the movie every year on my birthday. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I absolutely recommend. I've seen Rounders. Back in the day, I watched Rounders all the time. I highly recommend anybody to watch Rounders if you have not seen it. It is so fucking good. So fucking good. Tomac says, we all know that Dodgeball is the best Vegas movie. Let's go. Dodgeball. Average Joe's. Dude, I love Dodgeball so much for obvious reasons. Let's see. Coops Girl says, Temple of Doom is my fave too. Love you for that, Jay. Look at there, Jay. You got one person that likes you.
One person. I'll take it.
Hey, that's okay. It's okay.
Keep your circle small, I guess. I don't know.
Thundaria says, last night's stream was a blast. I got my 6-month MRI post-radiation yesterday, and I'm still cancer-free. Going to keep this streak alive. Hail the 199.
That's amazing, man.
Round of applause in the chat. Always happy to have that good news, man. Fuck cancer. We appreciate you, man. Keep grinding, man. Keep it up. There, I got that one earlier. And all right, so Jay, let's talk a little bit about the latest news from the world of the crazy weirdos at Kotaku. Now, I've talked about this. I've talked about this for a while, and I firmly believe that Kotaku is 1,000% on pace to become the next G4. I think it's only a matter of time. Right here from Grums, he says, Kotaku has laid off 4 more staff, one of whom wrote the Stellar Blades Eve is hottest when she's not revealing anything. How long does Kotaku have left? And to answer the question, not very long. Now, you've got Alyssa Mercante, which is, she's out there targeting the families of YouTubers. She's private messaging YouTubers' wives on Facebook. That's how deranged these lunatics are. Kotaku and crazy woke game devs attack you and lie, saying you are stalking them and harassing them. Meanwhile, they want to find your families and string them up. Alyssa Mercante says, anyway, I found your wife's Facebook and asked what she thinks about the husband of her children. The husband of her children. The husband of her children harassing women online and laughing when they share that someone they're supporting has been threatening to kill them for weeks. Then you had this indie game developer say, this is absolutely the play. We should be doing this with all of these weird creeps. Track down their significant others and mothers and string them up. This is the current state of games journalism right here. Games journalism in a nutshell. So Kotaku, I feel like Kotaku is not long for this world at all, and it's only a matter of time. There's no way they can survive.
Keeping them, I think sorry, I thought you were done. I think the only thing that keeps them relevant is this kind of stuff right here. Like this trash. Like, how do you, like, the thought that you could like even say that and laugh and think that this is a good idea, you know, go after someone's mother and string them up.
This
like,
is
are
deranged.
You serious?
This is deranged.
You're gonna get someone seriously hurt. Put it that way. Hey, like if like that's insanity right there.
Yeah,
that's insanity.
It really is, man. I'm blown away that this type of shit is happening still. And again, Kotaku is part of a they have a parent company and everything like that. As we know, just a few months ago, Kotaku was trying to get everyone, like they were basically trying to shift everything where they wanted to get every one of their people working on something called video games. I know it's a crazy idea to have a video game company work on something called video games, but they wanted to get them, working on games. And all of a sudden, I guess the woke people that were part of Kotaku basically revolted against that. They wanted them working on game guides, and because game guides is it's really evergreen, really good evergreen content when you're doing that, and you've seen that with a lot of YouTubers and YouTube channels. I actually looked up last night on Main Event, or was it Main Event? Yeah, last night we looked up Kotaku's YouTube numbers, and I was shocked to see that they don't even have that big of a following on YouTube. Like, they have like less subscribers than Geeks and Gamers, and they're only getting about 200,000 views in the last 30 days, which is terrible, horrible. And the fact that looking at their YouTube channel and seeing how bad the analytics were for their YouTube channel, and I'm thinking like, so you guys obviously have massive, I don't know how they afford to do all this. I mean, considering it doesn't seem like they can bring,
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
where are they making money at? Where is the revenue coming from? It has to be from sponsors or advertisers or something. I have no idea. But if they were to actually do the game guides and put those on YouTube, if it's properly done, that could get them some significant traction and evergreen content. And they've just completely they've just abandoned, like that idea, mainly because all the woke weirdos, I guess, stood against it. It's absolute nonsense. But yeah, this is current Kotaku for you right here.
The thing is, before he deleted that tweet, he had like 30 likes, and then I think he protected his account after that. I don't know why he thought like, hey, we're on the right side of history here. This is what we need. 7 quote tweets, and he was like, oh, maybe, I guess people don't like what I had to say.
Yeah. Oh, he said he worded it, he poorly worded it is what he said. I just worded it very poorly. No, you didn't. There's nothing poorly worded about that. That is straightforward. We know exactly what you're trying to say. That is not a poorly worded statement.
That's good grammar.
That's very good. You perfectly worded it.
Your thumb in the car.
You worded it perfectly. We know exactly what you meant by this. And of course, you know what he did next, don't you? You know what he did next?
Locked up his account.
Locked his account, protected his account. That's how all these cowards do it. They always do this every single time. People are sick and tired of this shit.
But it's not only him, but like this lady that works for Kotaku. She started the whole thing where she's just like, I'm DMing people. What is this? What they do all day?
Yes.
They stay online and they look for stuff to like
permanently online weirdos. I mean, look, I spend my significant amount of time online too.
Yeah, but you spend it building your brand,
right? Right. Like they're doing
chasing
it
after people you don't know. It's like that's so weird.
It's wild, man. It really is. I see Josh 316 for 50. Says, just got done watching Tuesday night's Main Event VOD. Was amazing. I'm really digging Savvy, and I love that you had my girl Kirsha on. Ben was a setback, but Jay was there to offset it. Keep up the great content, Jeremy. Thank you. That was a banger episode, man. It really was. And everything we've been doing this week, we've been putting bangers out all week with Geeks and Gamers, man. And we had the Monday show with Savvy and Kirsha. Yesterday we had Alexi and Grums on.
And today you have me.
Now we have Jay.
Downgrade.
We needed a more laid back show because it's been a wild week so far for G&G. But thank you, Josh. Appreciate that, brother. And I'm patiently waiting for Kotaku to go away. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The game has changed. Everything has changed. I've talked about this last night. Gamergate 1, which I was not a part of, had nothing to do with, even though I got blamed for being part of that.
That's right.
There were far more relevant people that are still relevant today that were involved in that. I was not one of them. But back then, the game journalist weirdos actually had power. They had influence during Gamergate 1. They have zero power now. They have no power, no influence, nothing during this time. And that's the big difference right now. And when, again, as I've talked about, when something becomes desperate, when something is in the final stages, what happens? They start doing crazy things. And that's where they're
grasping, man. They're trying... they're trying their best to like hold on to relevancy any way they possibly can. And it's just, Y'all heard the old saying, pride comes before the fall. I mean, it's like you said, they had power. They could shift. They thought they could shift the industry and what they said and what they wrote. Everybody came to them at one point and were like, you tell everyone that this is the best game ever because it's like, no, we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. We don't need you guys anymore. And now it's like, they're losing all their power and they're grasping at anything that they possibly could hold on to stay relevant. And now it's getting disgusting where it's like, we're going to go after your mom.
Well, so right here, Smash JT says, Kotaku, one of your writers, Alyssa Mercante, is currently harassing me and now DMing my wife on Facebook. This is completely unacceptable behavior and way out of bounds. Reprehensible. Do you stand by this type of behavior? This is insane. This is insane. What the hell is happening where this is acceptable? This is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form.
What does his wife has anything to do with like the gaming industry and your job and what you should be doing?
Yeah.
So it's if they spent this much time working on their gaming walkthroughs or whatever, maybe they could climb out of the pit that they've put themselves in. But it looks like they're not. They're gonna still hold on to the fact that they think they're relevant, that they're important, that they're making change into this world, that they get invited to all the parties, because they think they're that important. And then what's gonna happen is we've seen it. Tale as old as time. You're gonna get the tweet or whatever. Well, I lost my job today. I hope all you neckbeards were happy. It's your fault. You did this to us.
Dude,
the gaming industry's dead and it's their fault.
Do you remember when they fucking rolled out the G4 layoffs the first round and Frost didn't get fired? She's like, I survived.
I know, right?
And they were like, what the fuck, man? And then all of a sudden that got backlash for her because she's like, she was basically selling because she was like, fuck you, I survived. And everybody's like, what the hell is wrong with this crazy bitch? And then of course it didn't last much longer. And then that's essentially what's happening now with, Alyssa Mercante. Kotaku is a sinking ship.
Yeah.
And the feminist propaganda is destroying it. The left-wing narrative is destroying it. That's where we are.
What could if they sell that, or I think they did already, right? And then they just you think they just wipe the slate clean and then come out and just be like, hey, we got new management under new management.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's ultimately going to happen, and
that used to be the code sign, remember? Restaurants sucked, and then you wouldn't hear anything about it. It'd be like a sign under new management. Come back.
Well, that's the thing that's what blows my mind about this thing is I look at Kotaku and these places like this, and I don't understand, where their money comes from. But I guess they have to have funding from other places because I look at that and I go, I mean, if I had the type of budget that they have, I could work wonders with the company. We're funded 100% by the audience for the most part, ad revenue, audience, shit like that. I don't know how their budget works and how they have the money to continue to move forward because I don't see any enthusiasm or passion for their brand at all.
They got that agenda money coming in.
Yeah, it blows my mind that they have that type of money. If I had that type of money, I could compete with IGN.
I wonder if they got a massive grant from California.
Yeah, but they have no relevancy whatsoever. So if they do kind of clean house and kind of recalibrate, I just don't know what type of audience is out there for Kotaku. I have no idea. I don't know who cares. Look up IGN's Social Blade numbers. That is their fucking Social Blade numbers on YouTube are absolutely insane. You might not like IGN. You might not, trust them. The fact is they still have a massive amount of relevancy and they have a lot of pull. People are watching IGN. People watch their content. People go to their website. That is still a brand that carries a lot of weight and value in the eyes of their readers and their viewership or whatever. Kotaku has none of that. Zero. So that is where we are with that situation right there. Let's see. We got that. Gold Nugget says, did Beardo's poop go well? I'm worried about it.
I think he's got a live
VR.
stream today. You could ask.
Damn Yankees have no manners like down here. Me says they were constructing holes in walls. Jay Andrews says, Jay, that's a beautiful Matt Ferguson indie print.
Yeah.
There you go. Blabs Tower Tar says, bring some class to this stream. Have been on. Okay. We're not that hard up yet. Let's see. Down Superman says it wasn't a gunshot. You can hear the engine of the car. TJ says, of course they were fun shots. That's the reason I told you not to go out at night in Philly. I live there. There's fun shots nonstop in Philly.
Fun shots? Is that like just shooting in the air for whatever reason? I did hear that though. Like people were like the next day we were talking about it and they were like, yeah, dude, people just like they just open up their door and just
I'll stay far away from there.
Yeah.
David P says Philly is a shithole, and that was gunfire. Circus was the first. This is from Rimdog. Circus was the first themed casino on the Strip. Diamonds Are Forever, Fear and Loathing, and other movies were filmed there. Yeah, I kind of want to go in there, but I'm kind of scared.
Come out with some kind of weird infection. My nails fall off.
Let's see. Flint says on Temple of Doom, my grandma took me and my 4-year-old cousin to the theater. Coming out, she goes, I'm confused. I didn't see any of my Indians. My little cousin pops off. They were points to his head. Red dot Indians. Now Pow Pow Indians, not Pow Pow Indians. I have not watched the Indiana Jones trilogy in a long time. Do you recognize Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or do you treat that like Toy Story 4?
The thing is, it's like Crystal Skull. To me, it was a bad film, but it wasn't like a Last Jedi for the Indy franchise. The Dial of Destiny was the Last Jedi of the Indy franchise. Totally changed the character. Totally destroyed Indiana Jones. Totally, it was literally Luke Skywalker and Rey in Dial of Destiny. That's all it was. So beat up old Luke. I can't do anything anymore. That's what Indy was to a woman that literally punched him out at the end of the film, knocked him unconscious with one punch to the face. Very stupid. So, but I could watch Crystal Skull and be like, oh man, that part's cheesy, that part's silly, that part's that. But it's not like a lore breaking, it's like we can forgive a bad movie. It's like, yeah, it's a bad movie, but it ain't like, it's not killing the character.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out like, at a time where, it's a bad movie. It's not like they're trying to, destroy a franchise. Yeah. Like they are now.
That was still Lucas and Spielberg, Yeah. Like bringing back a film and like they're like, we got new technology, we could film it all like in a studio instead of going out. That was the beauty of the Indiana Jones, like the films, was that the sets were just like they were like out in the open and like not like filmed behind a screen. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they just were so vast and it was awesome. And I think that's what made those movies special, like where they filmed it. And they didn't film it behind green screen walls or inside. Some of the stuff of course was in studios, but like it just was like there was just really cool movies to see.
Yeah, that South Park episode, that was good. Josh 316 for 20 says, I used to always go to Kotaku and IGN on game reviews. I'd say by 2018 I saw the pattern of derange. So after that I considered their opinion moot. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of IGN. When Colin Moriarty and Greg, what's his fucking name now? Greg Miller, when they were there. I actually enjoyed their dynamic of like their Colin and Greg dynamic. And then, of course, when they went to create Kind of Funny, that's when Greg Miller turned and stabbed Colin Moriarty in the back over his joke. What was it? A day without a woman. Peace and quiet. He tweeted out, peace and quiet. Hashtag a day without a woman. Because there was like this thing like women not going to work or some bullshit. And everybody was like hashtagging a day without a woman. So Colin just tweeted out, peace and quiet. Hashtag a day without a woman. And he got canceled for that. He got canceled for that. This is the lesson: is the group of people you surround yourself with, that speaks volumes. And he was surrounded by a bunch of fucking lunatic male feminists that his best friend, basically, Greg Miller, just canceled him over this. They just abandoned him while the whole internet was going off on him. Could you imagine, like, today in Elon Musk's Twitter now, someone getting upset over that? God dang, man. Times have changed. Times have changed.
If you watch that Tom Brady roast, times have changed indeed.
Bro, that Tom Brady roast.
That one guy,
brutal.
man, he just said, forget it. I'm going back to 2015 or whatever it was.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Let's see. Joseph says, hate woke BS. Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. Japanese Demon Lord says, right now would be a great time for a random multi-billionaire to swoop in and buy a massive amount of Disney stock and take control. Just saying.
I think they tried that and it didn't work.
Yep. I wish they could. Get Colin Moriarty on daily. I'd like to talk to Colin. I know Craig knows him. I don't know if Colin... I don't know. I haven't really watched Colin since he's been doing his own thing, so I don't really know where he's at and what he's doing. Math79 says is a new member. Thank you. Ryan says, did y'all see the new Lego Star Wars on Disney Plus? They have Darth Jar Jar. May actually be good since Lego is doing it, but also Disney. I haven't paid attention to almost anything Disney's done in a long time. Like, I just don't care. The only thing I'm really paying attention to is the theme parks, because that is, to me, that's interesting because, and we saw from the earnings call that the theme parks.
Let me know when you're ready on that discussion.
Well, we can go ahead. Let's let me get a couple more of these, and then we can open that discussion up. Let me catch up here. Tyrant Lizard King says it's always a good day when Disney loses $20 billion. Joel says glad gamers won this round. What would be nice is to succeed getting getting Alyssa Mercante fired. She's nuts. I think that will be happening. Tyler Harris says FBI op. Never mind. They are too busy blacklisting parents attending PTAs. Shaking my head. Yeah, exactly. John Platt with the gifted membership. Thank you. Cade Corinne says, Jeremy, can we have a Geeks Gamers butter dish? Jay, greater than Jeremy. Wow. He says Jay greater than Jeremy.
Quite the insult.
Alice in Blunderland says, seriously, these death threats make my blood boil so much. If we did the same thing, they'd be up in arms, yet it's okay when they do it. The hypocrisy, 1,000%. Josh316 says, Jay is the best. Nut Bunny says, I'm shipping Beardo and Ben. They are Bendo now. Oh, my God.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That is bad. That is bad. Holy shit. Camman said bend over. Holy crap. Let's see. African Mango says, still on Team Beardo as the super chat reader over Ben, even though he said my name wrong. Down Superman says, wasn't gunshots, just a backfire from a car. Taker says, did you guys see the Real BBC? Apparently the AI summary of the stream read, Real BBC discusses whether or not Palpatine should be released from prison. Really? That's amazing. We got, let's see, Sooty Thunder says, just platinum Stellar Blade. This game was incredible except for the censorship. But there is something about the game no one mentions. What black magic did Shift Up do to the game to make the game only 30 gigs? Yeah, I don't know. I've played several hours in the Stellar Blade, and I really enjoy it. And it probably should be considered for Game of the Year, but it probably won't get mentioned for Game of the Year because the woke journalist will ignore it. But Let's see. Johnny B says IGN just gave Hades 2 a 9 out of 10, yet they gave Stellar Blade a 7. Talk about biased. Hail the 199. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then we got James for 50. Says, thank you for everything you do for this community. I've been listening for a while I work. You are all awesome. Jay is the man. Love the merch.
Thanks, man.
Look at there. Look at there. All right, good stuff right there. Thank you, James, and thank you to everybody. I still got a few more we're going to get to, but let's talk about Disney and yesterday's earnings call. Well, first of all, let me show this, and then we can. I know you've got stuff to pull up. So Disney to cap Marvel output at 3 movies per year and focus on quality.
So you mean they weren't focusing on quality before?
I know. It speaks volumes, dude. Like, what is going on? Disney said it will release no more than 3 Marvel movies and up to 2 Disney Plus shows each year. Let's see. As it focuses on quality following criticism of the company that has been cranking out too many mediocre superhero flicks. So they haven't been focusing on quality. Thank you for confirming that. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. All right. The Mouse House said Tuesday its Disney Plus and Hulu streaming platform squeezed out their first ever quarterly operating profit of $47 million. Nevertheless, the company gave a disappointing outlook for its theme parks business, sending its shares tumbling more than 10% in midday trades. And that right there is where I look at Disney and what they have going on. When their theme parks are suffering, that is a terrible sign, because the theme parks, I don't know if people understand this. I've tried to talk about this. We cover theme parks. We have a Park Hoppin' channel. Krista and Jay do a great job over there. We have a great team over there on Park Hoppin', and we are always covering the theme parks over there. If people don't understand, Walt Disney World, I don't know the exact number. I've never seen the actual data delivered in this way, but I would argue that Walt Disney World is probably the most visited place in the world. Like single site.
Apparently the picture in front of the Cinderella Castle is the most photographed photo every year. Something like that. I saw some of those stats. It's kind of crazy.
Millions and millions and millions and millions of people visit every single year. It is astonishing. Orlando, I want to say this was pre-COVID. Orlando surpassed New York City as the #1 tourist destination in the United States of America. Obviously, you've got Universal Studios crushing it as well. So you've got Universal and you have Disney. And so Walt Disney World is a monumental, tourist destination. With that said, it hasn't been all great for them, because as I've talked about many times, and Jay, you can share your screen at any point when you're ready. So it hasn't been all great because Universal has been eating into the market share for Disney and the Disney theme parks. And that's going to continue to get worse because Epic Universe is getting ready to open very soon, which is the new Universal theme park. That's going to be huge.
So this is it starts off like this. Disney just had its worst day in a year and a half as the stock plummets to, I think it's right now at 105. Someone in the chat can look that up, maybe, which is terrible. And just like you said, even Kevin Feige said you had to be living under a rock not to know that the last few Marvel movies have failed to ignite the world the way that many did. But now, yes, the theme parks, this verbiage is really funny, because he talks about what's happening at the theme park, basically saying that the theme parks in Hong Kong, outside of America, are doing better, so that's good. But he said that this is Disney loves to blame COVID for everything. Everything. And so he's like, well, things are going to fall flat for the theme parks because we're finally some normalization of post-COVID demand as it relates to the demand. Basically saying their numbers were way up because America was shut down And now, because of COVID, everybody came back. Well, now everything's normal again, so nobody wants to go. So he's like, even though people can still, they still continue to travel in record numbers, we are seeing some evidence of global moderation from peak post-COVID travel. So let's just translate that in English. People are choosing not to come to Disney because it's expensive, and they'd rather spend their money somewhere else. That's basically what he's saying. He does expect,
namely Universal.
yeah, he expects the parks to rebound in the fiscal fourth quarter. So he's like, and these answers are like politician answers. I mean, it's like, basically in terms of attendance, it's relative to post-COVID high. Again, the whole COVID thing, things are trending to be normal. We did have a high revenue number, but we're still seeing that bookings as we look ahead indicate healthy growth, maybe, even though it's like the bar graph is going in the wrong direction. So he's trying to say anything to get people, I guess, stockholders to panic, not to panic and just, turn and run. He's like, I certainly feel like the business is still doing very, very well. Obviously, we got the best in the business in terms of product. Nah, I don't think so, man.
Mm-mm.
And people still have a strong desire to basically go on vacation and come to see us. So then they announced that they're going to invest $60 billion into the parks and experiences. Now, what they didn't really say is that they're going to invest almost all this money into their cruise line. So that's all part of the parks experience, is the Disney cruise. So they're going to invest that into the cruise, not necessarily their parks. And then, listen, I like Avatar. I'm an Avatar fan, but it ain't as popular as people think. They're going to invest billions of dollars in making an Avatar land over in Disneyland to try to
I mean, I love Avatar
increase.
Land. The Avatar Land Animal Kingdom is pretty phenomenal, but it's just not it's such a weird IP, because obviously the Avatar movies have done phenomenal, but
that's not going to drop. So that now you have Universal. They are about to open Epic Universe, and their marketing for that has been incredible.
Yes,
they use words like, we spoke to the fans, and this is what the fans wanted. We invited fans to come in and listen to what we had to say, and took their criticism. Like it's just not everything that they've been saying. It's like, we listened to you guys, and this is what you wanted to see. We listened to you guys, and this is what we put together. And they're just dropping little hints, and it's about to open next year. So, I mean, it's going to be the biggest Super Nintendo World in any of the theme parks. We got a little small taste of that in California, and of course over in Tokyo is also going to have a big one as well. But the biggest one is going to be here. They're opening up a dark universe, which is they're building Count Dracula's castle, and there's going to be a ride in there, and just little things for everyone. More Harry Potter stuff, and it's like I think they smell blood in the water, man, and they're just like, well, we're coming for you, Disney, because you're not ready and you're not listening. What Disney is pushing is, let me show you. Shout out to Lorena, who posted these pictures. This is what's coming to Disney to bring people back to the Magic Kingdom. Do you know what that is? That used to be Splash Mountain. Now it looks like a purple.
One of the greatest rides of all time, and now we have this dog shit.
Yeah, it looks like Haunted Mansion colors. It doesn't even.
It looks like bisexual lighting from a background. I mean, what are you trying to do? You trying to rip off my bisexual lighting?
So that's it. The Tiana's Bayou Adventure is coming, and they don't know when it's going to open. You would think they would try to open it over the summer to attract more people, but
good Lord,
they've had issues with it, so they have to wait. I mean, the thing is, Disney has, we talk about this a million times, but they have some of the biggest IPs, Marvel, Star Wars. I mean,
All the Pixar
to
stuff?
build a theme park around Star Wars is like you'll be printing money. But when they made Galaxy's Edge and they decided, we know what's better. We know what people really want. We want to make a land called Batu that no one's ever heard of. Let's put characters in that no one's ever seen before. And yeah, we don't need Luke or Vader or any of those people in there. Like, let's put new characters in, like Kylo Ren. Everybody likes Kylo Ren, right? He'll be the main attraction for that part of the theme park. It's like, what are you thinking? You know? So, and you have Marvel. You could do all kinds of things with Marvel, but they choose not to. So,
well, again, and let me see if I can find it. All right. Remember what they took from you, everyone. All right, just remember. So I'm trying to find the fan Star Wars theme park, the fan made.
oh yeah.
The fact that this didn't happen is absolutely a crime against humanity that we didn't get this. All I can find is like some Reddit links. I don't really want the Reddit link, but let's see.
Well, I mean, the sad reality is that the story came out like they were building, when they were building the Star Wars land, that they were building for all three different trilogies, prequel section, original section, and each one of them was gonna have an experience. And then they all have said it. They said Kathleen Kennedy herself decided to change it and try to do something different. And it's like, why? The wheel was working. It's like, if it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix it?
There's the best one I can find right here, but like, why isn't this a thing? Why isn't this a thing? Holy fuck. Do you know how much money this would make? This would be the biggest moneymaker Disney had ever made. Oh my God, it drives me crazy. When Disney bought Lucasfilm, this is what I thought we were going to get. This is what I fucking thought we were going to get.
Yeah.
And instead we get fucking Iraq.
Yeah.
That's what Galaxy's Edge feels like. It's like Iraq. God, man. Like, this would have been the coolest fucking thing ever made. And people would be... They would be having to turn people away. The amount of money that would be spent here. And do you know what would happen if something like this was made? That would mean the enthusiasm for the movies would be at an all-time high. You would have Star Wars making billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. You're right about that, Liberty Prime. That would cost $100 million probably to build. No, that wouldn't even cost. That would cost 100. Yeah, he said 100 billion. I don't know if it cost 100 billion. This would cost several $billion to build, but they would make their money up over the course of time if they did it right.
I 100%. I mean, they're spending money now that they can't, that ain't going anywhere. I mean, look at this right here. So one of the most beloved original franchises from way back is Peter Pan, right? So this is the new Peter Pan ride in Tokyo Disney. Okay, it is being like the innovation and everything is just being celebrated about how awesome it is. While over here in America, they're talking about changing the Peter Pan ride because of the indigenous people that are in the ride could be offensive to some. So they might, like what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. They were like, yeah, we need to change it because we don't want people. They in the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Remember, they were auctioning off women to the pirates, and there was a chubby woman, and they were like, "No, we don't want her. We want the redhead. We want the redhead." And some chubby person found that very offensive that nobody wanted her, so they decided to change the entire ride. To take that out. Let alone the entire ride is them burning and setting on fire and killing the entire, town that they're in. Let's not remember that one. I guess that's not offensive. It was a fat person that got offended because no one was bidding on the fat person. Let's be honest.
Of course.
So they wanted to change that. So now it's like, here we are with Peter Pan. So it's like but over in Tokyo, they're like, man, we don't care. They still have Splash Mountain. They're like, it's just like we're not a. This is
Splash
how the
Mountain
movie
is
went. So we're
Splash
putting the
Mountain-
movie so you can ride the movie.
Splash Mountain is such an iconic ride too, dude. It drives me crazy. This is another one right here. Lucas World.
Yeah.
Bro, who wouldn't go here? Who wouldn't go here? How is this complicated? How is this? How did they?
Well, that's the same thing too with that whole Star Cruiser. It's like the idea of a Star Wars themed hotel that when you hear someone talk about it, you're like, oh, heck yeah. And then you get this vision in your mind, like, are we going to be staying in the Death Star? Are we going to be staying here? Like, whatever. And then we saw the preview, like the commercial that they put out, and we're like, yeah, this is going to bomb. Everybody predicted that Star Cruiser would fail because it's stupid, right? And just as everyone predicted, except for Disney themselves, it failed. You know, they thought they had a banger there. So it's pretty wild.
I'll keep repeating what I stand by: leadership. Rian Johnson made The Last Jedi working for Kathleen Kennedy, and he directed the single greatest episode of television with, is it Ozymandias? Is that how you say it? Breaking Bad. That's the top ranked television episode in history on IMDb. And it's all because one show had Vince Gilligan and the other project had Kathleen Kennedy. Leadership. That's all it comes down to. That's it. Not complicated at all. Lord of the Rings says game journalists, community managers, and Discord mods are gayer than ISIS. Vault 95 says great show last night. Had to cut short, so I'll ask again. I want to buy Half-Life 2. Should I buy an orange box or a different edition of Half-Life 2? PS3. Bring Kirsha and Savvy back to Tuesday night's main event. Oh, buy the orange box. Buy the orange box because the orange box comes with Half-Life 2, and then it comes with episode 1 and 2, the expansions for it, which are crucial to getting the full experience of the game. So get Half-Life 2, undoubtedly. No, there's no discussion to be had. Get orange box. Icanalus is keeping the Indiana Jones theme going. Jay is Raiders. Jeremy is Crystal Skull. We've seen a lot better, but also a lot worse. It ain't pretty to look at. All right, that was really good. Let's see. Yorozuya Yakusha for 20 says, good friend of mine finished his first book that I wanted to share. It's a sci-fi comedy called Sanitation City. Journey to the Grand Incinerator on Amazon Books. Check it out if interested. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So it's called Sanitation City, Journey to the Grand Incinerator. There you go. Mighty Megatron says Netflix edited out when Kim Kardashian was getting booed. Did they really? That's hilarious if they did that. Animating Andy, that Paul Scott can't use the Beardo excuse anymore. Dude, I got to show this really quick, Jay. I think Mo Zamboni put this together.
Oh, I saw that, the rating system.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. Let's see. Right here. So if you know anything about GamePro, all right, GamePro had the best rating system back in the day. Well, now we have the Beardo rating system thanks to Mo Zamboni right here. Fear the Beardo's game rating system. Poor, kind of poor, mid, not caca, poop cookies.
Poop cookies.
Shout out to Mo Zamboni. This is fantastic. I fucking love you guys. Joker's Disciple says, yo, Jerry, this $5 super supports Geeks and Gamers more than Beardo's legs support his body. Hashtag don't skip leg day. Oh, hi, Jay. You training for your fight yet? Yeah, Jay. You training?
Doesn't everybody want to know that one?
Let's see here. Prometheus Creation says Matrix 5 is even now is even now going to happen. They will ruin Neo even further. Matrix 5, Rise of Trinity, facepalm. Is that like an announcement that they've made? I didn't hear. Laura Lynn Lance says, hail to 199. Good morning, y'all. Smooches for J Bear and hi, Jeremy. Last night was long and fun. Great stream. It's my son Xander's 22nd birthday today. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to your son, and thank you for the super chat. Glad you enjoyed Tuesday night's main event. Golden Nugget says, okay, this has to be my last super for a while. My health issues mean I'm stuck at home too much. The content has been too good, though. Golden Nuggets, don't send any more super chats. Take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah, 100%. All right?
Take care of yourself, man. But we appreciate it, as always, as always. Linko Kenobi for 50. Says, those Star Wars parks are awesome. I wish they did that instead of Galaxy's Edge. I'm looking forward to the epic universe. I'll definitely be making a review on the park, and I'm looking forward to it. Hail the 199. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. Prometheus Creation says, it's confirmed by even Keanu. Matrix 5. Well, that's the last one was just so fucking bad. I can't believe it. Down Superman says, can we see that Danky meme again? Which one? Which one? You talking about the video? Let me know what you mean. Z Herb says, Jeremy, can you explain, is Jay so gay?
Can you explain?
Can I explain? No. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that shit. I really don't. Prometheus Grease says Danky needs to do a Bendo cartoon. Do it. Chris B, 1 of 2, says, when I was 6'7" at my dad's workplace daycare during summer days, we had a bring your favorite movies watch thing, and I brought Temple of Doom. The adults were mortified and shut it off immediately when it got to the part where Mola Rams removes the guy's heart. Dude, my memories of watching Indiana Jones back in the day, like, it's just like, it's Indiana Jones, Return of the Jedi specifically for Star Wars, and Superman the movie. Like, those movies were like everything to me when I was a kid. And I'll never forget, you remember HBO back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Man, the HBO logo, you know, when like the opening, the greatest thing ever.
That's the only, I never saw any Indiana Jones in the theater, so I'm like,
God, man.
I wish they would re-release them.
Oh, that HBO intro was the greatest thing ever. It really was.
Yeah.
Metal Slave says, yet women can say we don't need men. They're useless. Where's the cancellation for them? Go be a fireman. Those men in the sea fixing vessels, war, first responders, etc. For masculinity. I saw like there's a tweet. I think Grand Old Memes tweeted it. I can't remember, but so there's this feminist a while back, and she made like a tweet that it said, "When I say kill all men, I mean in all caps, all men." And then somebody responded and said, "Even George Floyd." And she said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, yes. It's so funny to just own these clowns. God damn, man. Oh, it's the best thing ever to see these idiots.
People think I'm retarded. They make me look. I got a PhD in OPP or something.
Let's see. Can you read these next few? I'm gonna look for that tweet real quick. It's on the list. On the list. You see the list on StreamYards. You have access. There.
Jacob for 10. Last night was really fun. I think if there's a Pokemon topic, you should have Savvy, Beardo, and Ryan on the show to talk about it. But how heated it was. Oh, thank you for the 10. Then we unstar. I got it. David says, all hail the fellowship. And did you watch the new Chucky series? The woke crap destroyed the franchise. No, but I saw highlights on social media.
I did not.
Pretty gay. Prometheus for 5. Russo brothers made the MCU, not Feige. 100%. Prove me wrong. Without Russo's, MCU started going downhill. I agree with that. I agree with that. Tiffy's I just want to make sure. Tiffy's bunghole long ride will save Disney.
I'm trying to find this tweet, man. It's from a few days ago.
Hayden's big booty wallet for 10. Hayden 75 is a massive simp for the Fellowship. I'm his evil twin who will spend his money like Iger by Studios. Prepare to get wrecked.
You know,
Gamers. Mwahaha. 199 is over party.
You know it's bad. So remember when Doug B's wallet got memed, and now you got Hayden Wayne getting memed. So it's good when that's happening.
Master Beta for 2, and by fans we really mean paid actors. Well said. As is dead chicken. What the freak? Looks like something Grimace shat out. What? I'm not sure what you're referencing to, but thank you.
Dang it. I want to find
Dead
this
chicken.
tweet.
Swiss for 10. I visited last year Tokyo Disneyland, and it's amazing how much more Disney magic feeling it has than Walt Disney World. Also, the only Disney park left that has Splash Mountain. Alone for that, it was worth the visit. I can't wait to go.
I know I'm wanting to send the park hopping crew over there to cover those parks. It's a huge financial commitment, though.
I don't know how to say that word. Disney.
I don't.
Something Galaxy's Edge. Everybody can use their own interpretation on how that's shalooped. I don't know if that's a bad word, but whatever. Thank you for the super chat, Blabs.
I can't find this tweet.
Prince for 10. My wife surprised me last weekend with tickets to The Empire Strikes Back, where a live orchestra played the score. Oh, what? That would be sick.
Oh, Slurpode?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. It's early. Where a live orchestra played the score during the movie. It was amazing. It took me back to 1980 when I was 7. Hail the 199. Dude, that would be freaking sick to see, honestly. I think I would love that. Scott says, greetings, Jay and Jeremy. D- is really infected by a virus. The proof is them not putting their shareholders first and trying to make moolah. Yeah, it's they think they're the smartest people in the room. And not listening to their fans. I wonder if there's a... Never mind. I was going to make a Daily Wire comment. Prometheus for 5.
They are falling apart, bro.
Disney's not anymore about money. It's about being used for propaganda and pushing the message. PsyOps. Well, they won't have any more money to push that message if they continue on this trend. Kingdom Hearts Gamer. F Disney. Disney loves to throw money down the toilet. We're seeing it in real time. Prometheus for 5.
Right, I give up.
Best ship they could have used for a resort should have been either the SSD Eclipse or the Star Defender Viscount. Biggest ships for a room. Or the Mandador. Mandator. I'm trying to squinting in here. Like, see that? I screwed that super chat up, but thanks for the 5. Corey for 10, 5,000, 10,000. Hell, I'd pay 20,000 to send my family to that Star Wars theme park we never got. It's beautiful. This company used to deliver on monetizing people's dreams coming true. That's an excellent point. They did. They used to deliver on monetizing dreams coming true. You read a million super chats correct, you mess up one, and that's what they remember. So you get your money's worth when we screw up a super chat because people... Crit Nature for 10. What is that? Clef? Whatever it is. Speaking of poker, need to see Maverick again. You get Western and poker. When the baddies think he wins with a straight flush, then Mel Gibson pulls out a royal flush. Such a great scene in movie. Oh man, I was thinking about how you invented a word that wasn't in the super chat when Beardo got on Danky's video. I was just reading it so fast. Mike C. What's up, brother? For 5. What if your Fortnite devs made these fictional theme parks as playable maps? Oh, that's a great idea. Also, how can we get involved? P.S. I'm a 3D artist.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You mean involved in what, like G&G or whatever? when we launch a new website, I'm really looking forward to that because I'm going to be spending, and me and the team are going to be spending a lot of time on the forums over there, and I'm looking forward to connecting with the community a little bit more over there. We won't have an app yet, but we will have a good mobile browser, and I think that's going to be able to connect us a lot more. Plus, we're hopefully going to have exclusive content over there as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thank
Prometheus
you,
Teresa says you're welcome, Jeremy. LOL. Yeah, you guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me.
The YouTuber community should all band together. Hire Ron Coleman and go sue Kotaku. Into oblivion and beyond. I was like, Kotaku ETAL.
I love Jay.
All right. You're back in business. You want me to finish these out?
All right, where are you at? You're at Blast
Right here,
Radius?
Blast Radius.
All right. I have a complete thermonuclear hatred for Kotaku and sociopath Alyssa Mercante. Jeff Spitzer says the international Disneylands are so much better because many of them are actually not run by Disney, but third-party independent tourism companies. Elite Neo says, Tarantula. He said he wanted Jay to hear that. Damn it. Sorry.
Oh, Trelantula. Yeah. Trelantula. I've
Sorry,
said it wrong
Elite.
so much now because like it was like a meme. Like I can't go back now.
Oh, shit.
Tarantula.
As is Dead Chicken says, Jay, how do you not see it? Go look at Splash Mountain. It's a big purple dump. You need to ask Az about the dead chicken's joke. That's like when
Az doesn't talk to me.
What is that word? What is that word Krista messes up?
Az doesn't like me around.
What is that word Krista messes up on? It's when people like gift her something. I can't remember. Chat, if you remember. It's like there's a word Krista messes up, and whenever she gets like a super chat or something. Cam man, yes, as anonymous, that's it.
Anonymous.
She says, I don't know what she says. I don't know what she says. She says something. It's a Krista word. So, but yeah, there's like she gets like anonymous gifted memberships, and it's so funny how she says it. It's awesome. Anonymous or something like that. It's so weird. But anyway, that brings us to the end. Oh, Mighty Megatron says Disney's new theme song. Could Jay sing it? Jay, can you sing?
I don't know what it is.
Mighty Megatron. You know what? I'll copy and paste it and put it.
This
in
is the word that we spent 30 minutes on. Canonically. Canonically.
Private chat right there. Private chat. This is from Mighty Megatron on Rumble.
Canonically. When you wish upon a star, there's no telling who you are. Men in dresses, rainbow asses, you've come home. You got your money's worth on that one.
That was a $5 super chat.
Canonically.
$5 super chat. Holy crap. Here we go. Jay, this is for you. Here we go.
First Viscount, then ETAL means and others. Has Jay been taking reading lessons from Beardo? Excuse me, Bendo. LOL.
Yes, he has.
I signed up for his school because it was free.
Here, we'll leave you. We'll do last night's intro as tonight's outro. We'll say goodbye after this. So, did Gina make you eat convenience store chicken strips in Philly?
She refused. I had to go out by myself, like to go get like Philly cheese because she wasn't gonna eat that stuff.
All right, here's the outro, and we'll be right back to say goodbye. Here you go.
Let's talk games.
What?
Hey, Beardo, have you ever really been far, even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? I've done it once or twice, yeah.
I can't read. I can't
Just
read a
a few
Beardo
times.
super chat.
Just a few times.
Y'all talk about me.
Dude.
You want to read it, Jay? Go.
Hey, Beardo, have you ever really been far away as decide to use, ever go back to do
been
look more?
Oh, the word away is not in that chat at all.
I'm just trying to help him out.
The word away is not in there. Hey, Beardo, have you ever really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like?
I don't have my reading glasses on. I don't know.
They do this on purpose. They do this on purpose to make me sound like a fucking idiot. Like, guys, have you not realized I don't need your help to sound like a fucking idiot, okay?
I like how Jay added a word that wasn't even there.
I was just trying to help him out.
I know how to read. I fucking swear I do. I know how to fucking
Where are
read.
you, dude?
It's tears, man.
I
got
know how to
tears.
read. I know how to read.
99999
99999
99999
99999. Blow me, blow me, blow me, blow me, blow me, blow me.
It's so good.
Amazing.
1-800-DANKY. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe. Yes, I do look ill. It makes me look so bad. So
At
funny.
least your eyes are straight. Like,
Oh, but thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Another Geeks and Gamers Daily in the books. We will be back tomorrow. Cobra Cast happening tonight over on my D-Day Cobra channel. And other than that, you got anything, Jay?
new History of Pirates video going to drop in 2 days. Achromatic Chronicles Green in a few weeks. Just waiting to make sure everything's all ready to go. It's going to be a banger.
And we go. John says, I haven't been in the Geeks Gamers Discord in a while. Is there a bragging rights channel for people to post shit they have? That's a good question.
That's good.
But what I will say is I will make sure that we have something like that in the new forums, because the new website's going to have forum. We're going to have updated forums over there. So what I would encourage everybody to do is, if you have not gone to geeksandgamers.com, go ahead and make yourself an account. All of that stuff is going to transfer over to the new website when we have that complete. We're months away from the new website. There's a lot of time, a lot of money being put into this, but I'm very excited about the next step. So but yeah, other than that, thank you guys so very much. We really appreciate it. I think, let's see, Meta PCs. If you want to go over there and get yourself a Meta PC, use the promo code 199, get you a discount, and also go to 221B Tactical and use the promo code 199 over there, get you a 10% discount on everything on the site except for the Geeks and Gamers merch, I think. I need to work that out with Suresh to see what we can work out over there. But anyway, thank you guys so very much. We appreciate it. Have a great day. We will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.